So let's start the creating process. To create this double folding junk journal, I will use two books. These are two old books that otherwise, if I don't save them, would have gone to the bin. They are nearly the same size. Of course, you can create your own covers, but I just want to use these covers, these books, because I have them and I don't want to do too much to them. I just want to let the covers stay as they are. So I need my craft knife to get rid of the text block. I will use another project, of course. Oh, this is already falling apart a bit. So you have this this fabric, this book cloth over here. So I just will cut into here carefully, not to damage my spine. If this happens, it's no big deal. You can just repair it or just cover it up. But I try to keep the spine intact. So here it is falling apart anyway. Okay, just rips this off a bit. Okay. And then get rid of the cloth, the book cloths. Be careful and work your way through. Let's see. Okay, this looks good. Okay, here it's hinged together. Okay, that's it. Okay, I will keep this for other projects, as glue papers, for journaling cards, for decorations and so on. So I want to remove these papers because I don't need them. And I will keep these pages too. These are good for the backs of journaling cards, for example. So, okay, and we don't need this. So let's try, because this is a bit loose, so I try to get rid of it. But this will just go into my bin. Okay. And then I can check if I did not cut to the cover. Otherwise, I would have to repair it or cover it up, which would be fine too, but I try to avoid this. Okay. Yes, I think this looks good. This can go into the trash. Okay, looks good. No damage happened. Okay, I will do the same thing for the other book. And the thing with this old hardcover books is that you have the spines are not glued into the spine of the cover, so you have this gap you can work with really easy. This is why I love to reuse this old hardcover books. Sometimes you can rip it off. No. So really be careful and take your time. I'm just working with the edge of my craft knife, not with the whole thing. Just go slowly and careful. And always retract your craft knife. No, I cannot rip this. This is too strong. Okay, this looks good. And then the other side. So now it's easier because you can remove this cover like this. Let's see. Now here's some book cloth again. I thought it was only paper maybe, so I could rip it apart, but I couldn't. When I cut it open, I try not to cut too far to the spine, to my cover, but more to the text block. So if I damage the text block a bit, it's no big deal, because I want to reuse the papers, not all in one. So if they got damaged a bit, it's really no big deal. Okay. So let's see what we got. Just getting rid of a bit of this loose paper you don't need. Here you have only this cardstock in the middle, no paper as was in here. So the books are not the same, every book is a bit different. Okay, this looks good. Craft knife is not needed anymore. Okay, that's it. Now the idea is to create a double fold journal like this. So we would need a spine over here. Just make sure they are the same size. Yes, this looks good. Yes, they're not the really same size. Maybe it's something like 2 millimeters difference, but I think it will work out. So we need a spine over here. There's my ruler here. I just want to measure how wide my spine would have to be. Okay, I can measure the other spines. So this is 3 centimeters, and this hopefully is 3 centimeters too. Yeah, something like 3.5, so something like 6. I will cut off a spine in 7 centimeters just to give me a bit more space, and then try out, look how it works out. So I need a cover, a spine piece that is the same thickness as my covers are. So I have these papers. These are a bit like cardstock papers. I cut off from another project, and I put together 4 of them because they are a bit thicker, but not as thick as my cover is. I think 4 is okay. Maybe I need a 5th one. Not sure. Yes, I think 5 is the perfect size. So I will just glue these pieces together. In this case, using my Fabric Fix glue, clear silicone glue. It holds in place fabric to fabric, paper to paper, and paper to fabric. Really, really strong glue. I just thought if I could use a glue stick as well, because you want to cover it up anyway. But I will use this. Oh, okay, before gluing it together, it may be a good idea to cut it to size. Okay, so what size is needed? We can measure it out, or you can just put this to your cover and then put on a little mark. Maybe I will do this. I need only 1. Then let's see, using my craft mat to get it straight. So straight over here. Need a pencil, and then something like over here. This pencil is broken, but anyway. Okay, I think this looks good. Okay, so now I will cut these to size. I will use my cutting board for this. Why not? So maybe I could cut all 5 together. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe 2. 2 would be fine. Okay. Okay, this looks good, I think. Just double check before cutting to size the others. And of course they are a bit too wide. This would be a really wide cover. Okay, yes, the size looks good. So I will do the same thing for the other. Maybe I can do the 3 of them together, using one of these pieces as my guide. Yes. Tiny bit sliver more over here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. have our 5 pieces. Let's just double check. Yes, the size is good, so the height is good, and they are the same thickness as this cover is. Now I have to decide. I told you something like 7, I think. So I will cut off the first piece at 7 centimeters in this direction. And if it's too wide, we can just cut off more. Oh, and I have another piece over here. This looks good too. This is 5 and a bit centimeters. Maybe this is a better size. We will find out together. So, okay, let's put this away. Don't need it at the moment. And then this would be our spine. So something like this. Okay, looks good. And when we close it, so it would be something like this. Oh, sorry. Sorry for the sneezing. So, okay, this is a bit too wide, I think. Yes, maybe the other piece. But I think this is a bit too small. Okay, I have to lay it down again. Because it's my first time, I just have to find out what to do. Sorry, I am in frame with the whole thing. My desk is not big enough. My camera cannot film the whole thing. So this would look good too. I could just use some, where is it? Masking tape. Of course, you can remove this really easy just to put it down. I think I will do this. Oh, I think this is a masking tape that did not work out last time I tried to use it. Okay, let's see. This is a really cheap masking tape. Okay, see, this is ripping. I think I will put this to the bin. But I have another one. Oh, this is a new one. I thought I had, oops. Yes, I have another one. So this masking tape. So this is not so strong, which is really good for our project. So I will just hinge these together to try out if this is what I want to achieve. Leaving a tiny little gap, something like 5 millimeters. I'm just eyeballing and using my craft mat a bit. Okay. And this too. I did not check if the covers are upside down. Oh no. So, something like this. Okay, and one more into the middle. So this gives me an opportunity to use up my masking tape, which I don't use really much. But I have it at hand, so I will use it a bit. So this would be the basic construction. So 2 covers out of 3 pieces. You can create them by your own, of course. And then a third spine piece in the middle. Then you fold in your book like this and like this. So this would be one side. This would be the other side. Okay. This looks good. But I want this. I don't want it to be this shape. I want it to be the same size over here. I think. I'm just thinking, but I like it this way. Let's see. This is a smaller piece, I think. Yes, this is a smaller piece. Okay, then let's just remove this, and I will try out a piece which is 6 centimeters. So this is 5 and a bit. The other one is 7, so maybe 6 would be good. And if this rips a bit, it's really no big deal for me because I will cover up the inside. The outside I don't want to cover up too much because I like the look of the two books, but the inside I want to cover up. So this is a plan. Of course, you can cover up the whole thing you create, so you don't have to use books or cardstock you like. You can use everything you have at hand. So for example, old food packaging cardstock, I use it all the time. But I try to keep these. Maybe I will cover up these spines, I don't know yet, we will see later. First of all, I need my 7 centimeter piece and I will cut it down to 6 centimeters. Something like over here. Where's my thicks? There's the thicks. Okay. This is not straight. Or is it? I think it's okay. And if not, you can just cut off a tiny little piece if needed. But to be honest with you, for junk journals, it's not this important for me to have it perfectly straight, but it is. Okay. My craft mat says it's straight. So let's try again. The same thing as I did before. Just hinging this together with some masking tape. I just thought if I could let the masking tape stay in place while covering up the whole thing, I think this would work out too, so we don't have to remove it. But we will see later. I don't know yet. So I'm just thinking if this piece is a bit too high. I will leave it be as it is. So okay. We will do again the hinging and then the checking. And we have to cut off the other pieces, of course, because this is only one piece. We need more. Oh, this is not the best masking tape. But anyway, just use what you have at hand. You can use other things, stronger tapes, maybe clear tape as well. It really doesn't matter, especially for this, or washi tape. You can use washi tape in every color you like, or every color you don't like, and just reuse it, because it really doesn't matter, because we are just hinging together the three pieces here, just to make sure that they are the same height, the same size, and that it looks like we want it to. You will not be able to see it later, so it really doesn't matter. But this really white or bright masking tape gives you the opportunity. Thinking maybe I have to cut off a tiny little piece. Gives you the opportunity to cover it up even with some fabrics that are a bit shining through, maybe, so it would not stand out this much. Maybe you like the look. Oh, I will just put it here. It's moving. I don't want it to move. So let's try again. Trying to work my way through something like this. Okay, last piece. I'm a bit excited. Okay, so, oh yes, this looks good for me. We can just double check by measuring when it stays upside up. Okay, this is 6.5, and this is a bit more than 6 because of these hinges here, because we cannot put it right onto here. We have to have a little gap to have space for the folding. Yes, perfect. Okay, 6 centimeter is the size we need. So I will cut off the other. These are 4. I think I will do 2 and 2, because this knife is not so deep. Okay, we need 6 centimeters. 6 over here, 6 over here. Cutting, and I will keep these because this is 5 and a bit centimeters, which is perfect for spines. Of course, you can cut it a bit narrower, but something like 5 centimeters is a spine size I like to use from time to time. and the height is good too. So I will definitely keep this offcuts. Otherwise, you could decorate them and create journaling cards out of them, so they would give you a good base for journaling cards, something like this. So try not to keep every little thing, but some things you can keep and craft on with the things. So I just have to remove my cutting board. Okay, now I have to glue these on. I'm just thinking if they are a bit too high, as I said before. So just double check. Yes, they are a bit higher over here. If I hold this in place, okay, I will cut off a tiny little piece over here. So I will get rid of this. I thought about gluing the other things right onto here, but I think I will not use masking tape, but some fabric to cover up the inside, and I will put on the fabric below and then glue down my pieces on the fabric. Usually I do it this way. I think I will use only a piece of fabric over here, not overlapping the whole thing, because I wanted to keep the covers. You can use this masking tape too, of course. I just don't want to do it. But there are many ways to create a junk journal. Okay, we will cover this up so it really doesn't matter that the paper is ripping a bit. Okay, so let's see. Cutting off a tiny little piece. I think I will use my cutting board again. Just a tiny piece, something like here. It's something like 3 millimeters. I'm just eyeballing. Okay, this was too much. Okay, but this is too high. Only 1 millimeter? Okay, maybe it is not this important. And if you cut it wrong, you can just cut off another piece. Okay, I cut off too much. Okay, I will do this off camera to not bore you to death, and then I will be right back with the fitting pieces. Okay, I'm back. I cut off the 5 pieces I need. Now I will my Fabric Fix glue, which is really strong glue. Maybe it would be enough to just use a glue stick. I don't know, to be honest, but I trust this glue the most, so I will use this. And just glue together the whole 5 pieces to receive the thickness I want to. So trying to put a good amount of glue right onto the edges. So just going all the way around. Recap my bottle, and I store it upside down so that the glue is in reach from me. So then just put down, you can use double-sided tape as well. This would stay in place really good. I just thought because I have some left, but the thing with double-sided tape is it will not, so double-sided tape will not stay in place forever, but it will stay in place for this project because we will cover this up anyway, so it will hold in place with the whole layers we create. But you cannot move your, this is in the right place, so I will not move it around, but maybe you put it down 1 or 2 millimeters in this direction and at an angle, to say so, and you want to move it, and you cannot do it with double-sided tapes. This is why I don't use it so much. Am I in frame? Yes, I have some left, so sometimes I use it for projects I create for my own, just to use it up and to try out some things, but I don't use it so much. And the thing with the strong double-sided tape is when you want to punch some holes, your punching tool, your awl or your crocodile or whatever you use, silent setter and so on, the glue, because it's not drying like this glue will dry out, and then you can work on with it. But when you use double-sided tape, because I did this before, your punching tool, punching thing you use will have this glue on it, and it's really difficult to remove the glue. So I ran into some issues a while ago, so I don't like to use double-sided tape, to be honest. But it just depends on what you like. So Okay, 2 more pieces and then we can move on. Then I have to check what the next step would be. I'm just thinking if I want to end the video here, because I think it will be, I know it will be a video with a few parts, of course. It's too much for one video, with all the signatures, decorating and so on. Maybe I will end the video after gluing together the spine thing. But I'm really curious to find out and show you what the next steps are. So maybe I will just find out what's the next. So here you see I move it around slightly and it's really easy. And after it grabbed, so after 1 or 2 minutes or so, it's really staying in place. So this is a really thick thing. Of course you can use thick cardstock. I just use what I have at hand. They are not the perfectly same size, but this doesn't matter. It will not, you will not be able to see this. It will not be visible, my God. It will not be visible at the end. So, in the end. But maybe I will just show you the next step and show me the next step. But only like a prototype thing. So like this would be the next step. You will be able to see this in my next video. I think I will do it this way to not make this video too long. Otherwise I would have to cut it apart in 2 or 3, or I don't know how many pieces or parts later. This would be a possibility too. I have not decided. Because I have a new smartphone, this is able to film really long videos, but I don't want to put out so long videos. So it's fine for me to watch videos that are an hour or longer. I just watch them part by part. So I watch 10 to 20 minutes, something like this, and then I watch the rest later. Okay, we will see. I've not decided yet, but step by step. Okay, this is our spine. So, oops, I have to get up. Okay, I've not decided if I will split this video or not. You will be able to see. So, if I'm off camera, if this video ends, it will go on in another part. Okay, just making sure my covers are not upside down. One upside down and one downside up also, but the same direction they are. So this would be our spine. Yes, just thinking now I need a piece of paper. I use fabric. I like to use fabric more. I need a piece of fabric for the back side here. So I will look for some fabric and then I will be right back.